Today on the MBMC podcast, Johnny Carwash and the crew pay a visit to Tom King to present him with the Monarch Bay Motor Club Ride of the Month Award. So buckle up and let's meet Tom and find out more about his 1946 Cadillac Sedanette. Let's get started. From Monarch Bay Motor Club, our first Ride of the Month winner goes to Tom King and his 46 Cadillac.
Welcome to Monarch Motor Club Ride of the Month. I'd like to introduce Tom King. Tom King is a fellow car lover, known him for many years. As many of you in our group at Monarch Bay Motors will attest to, Tom's been around a lot of years and has had a lot of really great cars. Tom has a special 1946 Cadillac he wants to share with us today that we've chosen as our Ride of the Month. Tom, I'd like you to share with us a little bit about this car.
First of all, thank you. It's quite an honor to be the first. This is a 1946 Cadillac Sedanette. 2,032 of them were built after the war. They were building tank motors for the war effort, and they switched back to cars in 46. I looked 2 years to find one. It was a car I wanted because of the unique styling features that I appreciated on it. Finally found a project that somebody else had started. It sat in the field for like 16 years. 4 years later, we've got a car that runs and drives and turned out pretty nice, beyond my expectation. It's got a 472 Cadillac motor out of a 73 Caddy, Camaro clip. It's got heat and air, automatic trans, disc brakes, all the good driving features, and drives like a really nice, almost new car. So.
Well, Tom, when you go to a show with this car, tell me, have you ever seen another one?
There's about 5 or 6 in Southern California, and all the people that own them know the other guys. They all keep an eye on one another, but there aren't very many of them around. Yeah,
the car is unique enough that when members of the Monarch group or the Cars and Coffee group see it, it leaves a mark, an indelible mark on them, that when we go out and we look for something similar to it, we don't find it. It's a very unique car. We like what you've done to the car. That's why we chose it as Ride of the Month and as our inaugural Ride of the Month. We would like to take a moment, if we could, to go around the car and have you point out some unique attributes of the car. Is that okay?
Sure, love to.
Tom, the 1946 Cadillac Sedanette. Could you describe some of the unique features of this car for the folks at Monarch Bay?
Sure. One of the most frequent questions I get is the top chopped? Because the car is so long, everybody figures that the roof has been lowered 2 or 3 inches, and it's not. This is the way it came from the factory. It's a unique look, and one of the reasons I chose a 46. The other, which I feel very strongly about, this is classic 1940s Art Deco design. And one of the unique features of this 46, 47 is the fact that the fenders on the car start and they stop and then they restart again. Unlike the newer Cadillacs where it's all molded together. So this was prior to when they really got really sleek and then they went with the fins, etc. The back end of this car just kind of tails off. It's a unique ride. It's a unique look. I fell in love with it. It took me forever to find one, and I'm glad I own it now.
You know, Tom, when you look and you stand back from the car, you can see where Tucker, some of their design cues must have been taken from this car. The front fenders and the rear fender separation, the sleek design, the swept look of the car. So apparently you weren't the only one that appreciated this car, because you could see that car manufacturers have kind of taken dalliance with their designs.
Yeah, it was post-war design, and all the GIs were coming home from the service. A lot of them had a lot of money. This was the poor man's Cadillac. There's actually fewer of these around today than there are convertibles. There's many more convertibles. These are pretty rare, hard to find cars. It's not leather. I chose a high quality vinyl because that's what they did back then. It's got a new GM tilt column. It's got secret stereo, which is in the trunk, so I was able to keep the dashboard looking completely stock and original. All the gauges are the way they were back then. I rebuilt them all myself. The heat and air unit was stuffed up under the dash because I cut the radio down. That's just basically a the face of it that you see. Original 42 Cadillac steering wheel, extremely hard to find, very expensive. The rest just a good driving, pretty little car.
Well, from what I can see, it sure flows and it looks great. And I'm sure the folks who watch the podcast are going to enjoy your 46 Cadillac.
That's it for today's podcast, so we'll catch you next time from the Monarch Bay Motor Club.
All my friends know the low rider. The low rider is a little higher.